And now, when I say I'm done, which I am, then the interesting player is still free. You can talk a little more about what Jane is doing if you want, whatever. We are just talking together.
Right?
Yes. Now, you can just choose to wait to see what Jane does. Maybe she will do something that requires some rolling.
Yes.
Or you can now come up with something. You have a choice. You can just let a conflict come out of what she says.
Yes.
Or you can look around, and it's easier once we have gone for a little while.
Right.
You can look for things on her sheet that might be causing her some trouble.
All right.
The ones with the italics are especially helpful for this.
All right.
You are not limited to them,
so
but they are
is
helpful.
she extra proficient in these or something?
No, these are the things that are kind of a problem for her.
All right.
That's why you are not required to use them, but they are very helpful for the interesting player because they have a little bit of difficulty.
Because it might be a source for a conflict.
Exactly correct.
All right.
So it's your creative job is to know when to do this.
All right then.
Instead of
I think it would be appropriate for her to do something at first.
Sure.
And then the conflict is introduced.
Yeah.
So I feel this is the theme of especially Marvel comics.
Oh yes. I think. So and also, but it is not the narrator's job; it's your job.
Yes.
To say, aha, there it is.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
So I'm going to just role play the situations a little bit more. That as Jane takes something from one of the people there, the woman who's there with her shirt with the band on it, right? She sort of stops, looks around at everybody. What the hell am I doing?
And
walks off to go and get a coffee somewhere and do something else. And so that's an example, right? Of her, she had lots of dreams invested in seeing this band, but not anymore, right? So now she is going to go and do something else.
Yes.
And the question is, what will Jane do? Do you want to just keep it like that, or do you want to develop this a little bit more?
Okay, so I shouldn't pick one from my...
Not now, not this time.
Okay. Well, let's see.
You could just have the Dream Police come to get her, for example.
Yes, I think that would be appropriate.
What does it look like?
A black car drives up into the driveway. And you can see it's rather there's no what we call it signs or registrations on the sides, and two men in black coats step out, or rather black suits, and of course they are wearing shades, even though perhaps it is not as sunny as everyone would suspect. And they both eye you. One of them putting his hand to his earpiece, saying, "It's her."
Okay. Tell me a little more about what Jane looks like, so I have her face and her hair and things in my head. Now, notice he is using your own sheet against you, right?
Yes.
So, okay, go on.
All right.
As you describe, it's half wall, half galaxy.
Yes.
I also imagine something slightly more unnatural appearance. And I get some kind of changing the lost or changing the dreaming vibes from her. Yeah. A
little surrealistic looking.
Yes. So I imagine like having very bright red hair. Chin length.
Yeah. The bob.
Yes.
Yeah, they say.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
All right. Very appropriate.
And for example, one example is that her eyes, the color of them depends on the position, almost where you're standing.
Right.
So they're like glimmering when you like.
Right. Well, it's like we have the pencil to
yes,
help us.
they are chromatic.
Yes. Okay, great. That helps. Now to help you with the system, this is kind of boring because it's all system talk for the first time.
Right.
But think of yourself as attacking her with this ability, the Dream Police.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And I don't want to make it harder because the interesting player has too much to do. Right. But given everything he has said, what are you attacking? Okay. Which ability are you attacking? And the best way to do it is don't pick a keyword. Attacking a keyword is a pretty intense thing to do.
So the keywords are Sweet Jane and Janie Rones and
Omega Galaxy, yes.
Right.
So pick something like Arts and Curiosities Thief is a good example, because what would the Dream Police be attacking, right? What aspect of her would they attack? They would attack her thieving, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's keep it easy.
Yes, all right.
So think about what you are going to therefore have the 13.
All right.
And you are going to have your 5W, or 25. Now, the way the system works, there are several ways to do this, but we're going to do it the easiest way. And the key, first of all, you're attacking a cosmic thing. Sorry, a super thing with a super thing. So that's fine. Right. There are some advantages. If you cross keywords, then there are some things to do, but the inside one is fine. And then you're going to take the featured player. You can either use that, which is very, very powerful.
Yes.
Or you could choose some other ability to defend if you want. Don't make it complicated. Just
how are your police car and?
Well, it is rather a little bit clumsily positioned next to a fence up by the driveway where at least some of the other cars are trying to park, or at least some youths or young people are trying to sort of slide their cars up on the pavement for the festival.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a city concert, so the traffic is terrible.
Yeah.
So
yes.
For example, when I stole someone else's stream and they stopped with what they were doing, doing something else, I was always imagining take a group of people, snatch their dreams and hopes that they go to the parking lot and obstruct or...
I see. Okay, good enough. So you're using your thief ability to cause a little more trouble for them.
Slow them at least.
And keep in mind what will happen to her if you win, okay? Don't have to make it up quite yet, but keep in mind that it's going to be... They are really trying to get her.
Yes, right.
So it's not just inconvenient. You are going after her. So now the way to do this is for both of you to roll, and it's quite easy. You roll a d20. Did you have one? Or
I didn't bring anything.
Okay, perfect. Yes, use the d20.
Yes.
Roll, both of you.
And for what am I rolling, or rather what?
You are using your 13, correct? Sorry. Yes, the 13, the Dream Police, which is 13.
All right,
so 13 or less is a success.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
There are a couple of other things too. Tell me if you get a 1 or a 20.
All right. Then okay.
So roll.
A 15.
Okay. Don't touch it. Leave it there. And you got a
4.
Okay. So a couple of things first. You have, in your case, we call it a failure, but this is just a failure of the die. Don't get too excited yet. And then you have an interesting situation because you have a mastery on this, and you rolled less than your number.
Yes.
So that means that it's not just a success; it's a critical success. The mastery pumps you.
Yes.
Right. So if you had rolled above the 5, it would still just be an ordinary success. Right. You would get it. The mastery helps you out a lot.
Ah, no.
Yeah. And so then we will just compare them quickly. Critical against a failure. The result of this is called a major victory. Okay, so you will do a very good job at this. And so there are a couple of things we will do that I will teach you later, and then you will say, "Why didn't you tell me before?" Okay, but you know how teaching goes, right? I can't do every last little rule.
We're just
we'll just live with it. Exactly. We just have to. The next time we do it, we will learn more of the tricks. I forgot. Everybody should put a 3 for hero points, because that's one of the things that we will learn next time. So.
Okay.
you could have made things a little easier for us. But we will deal with it. But right now, we just see that Jane does a fine job.
Yes.
Right? And so I'm the narrator, so I will tell you that you have done a fine job. You completely swipe the hopes of, go ahead.
Yes,
the hopes and dreams of these people, and they have just got their car into the right place. And then, unfortunately, because now they feel like they're going to leave, that means they have to start all over again to get their car out. And people have come in after them, and so the whole block now, right? So the dream police who are, busy, their inhuman shades are tracking you or something, and you are able to cross behind, and then at a pole or something as another person walks this way, and of course they go after that person instead, and so you are able to slip away from the dream police this time. So that is our situation, and so then you are going to actually have your +6 to your thief. So now you are 11W. Just write it there, 11W. Okay. Now it would be enough to bump down this 13 by a whole mastery because it lost so bad, but you can't change a 13. 13 is as low as you go. Okay. And so the dream police can't be worse. This is as bad as they can be. So, right. So they're not going to go away. And there you go. There are other fun things to learn, but now we have seen a little bit. To close out our look at Jane, what does she do when she now has a big bag of hopes and dreams that she has stolen? Now, what does she do? Where does she go? Notice that you have other characters on your sheet and things to do. Yeah.
I was thinking, she actually has a mother who has medical care. So I was thinking she is looking for dreams so that she can apply.
Yes.
On her, so.
Yeah, excellent. Yes.
So she or mamma, as a situation here, liksom have a better fortune or
maybe feels better at least.
More fortunate.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to say this is something that I will say as the narrator. This qualifies as another role, and in this case, it's not against an ability; it's just against a difficulty. 14 is my number. Every session, if we keep playing, my number goes up by 1. So the next session, for all of these kinds of roles, it's a 15, 16, and so on. So let's roll. What we are doing is we are seeing if your ability increases, right? So go ahead and roll. Again, you have a pretty good value there. So, okay, so you have a failure, but it bumps to a success. So that's a success against my failure because I rolled 15. And so that means that this is a minor victory, not a major victory. And so it will go up, but not by 6. It will go up by 3. So you have, with your mother, mama, that becomes a 1 mastery, 1W. Okay. So is everybody seeing? Sweet Jane's had a pretty good day, right?
Yep.
So far. And most importantly, let's just think, is she in a hospital? Is she at home?
More so
at home? Okay. So this is going to be, I'm the narrator, right? So I'm going to be in one of these little houses in the States that was built in the 60s, and it is flat.
A nursing home or something?
No, she said, did you mean a nursing home or did you mean a personal home?
Personal home.
Yes.
Right.
So this is one of these flat little houses with a flat roof and an open garage on the side that we call a carport. And these areas used to be like the middle class dream that you would own your own home and everything. Well, in the late stage of America as it stands, they are crap. Right. The old materials have never been replaced, and the neighborhood groups that used to make sure everybody's lawn was green, those are been dead for 20 years. So the place is not looking so great. right? So,
but strangely, somewhat a little better than the neighboring ones.
Well, now it is. Now it is when you come in.
I wonder if I thought this was actually set like in the 60s or 70s, but perhaps it's the current time.
Maybe we need it as much as they needed it back then.
Okay, so it's more or less set in the present time.
Yes. And I, as the author of Cosmic Zap, say that we need these comics back very badly.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So comics.
It's time we need these kinds of things. We don't have them.
Girl.
Yeah, we need more rock and roll, more LSD, and more politics.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. So now, I'm going to say that yes, when you walk, in fact, we can see you walking up the crappy sidewalk and the crappy front of the house and everything, and it looks all the same. But then when you open the door and we see you from the inside, it's a different thing.
It is
right,
more glamorous.
Yeah, more, and it's nicer too. It's not just rich. It's just the sense of home, the sense of safety, the
comfort.
Yeah. And your mother is happy to see you, of course.
Sure.
So now we see what what this is all for, right? And she's going to hug you, and of course your score has gone up, right? So not so bad.
Is that like a permanent score, or is
yes,
it like
it is.
just next time?
Yes, it is.